What's going on, guys? I'm Halfway. You might know me from Instagram or Bruce's channel. I've talked about it for a while, especially on my Instagram, that I was going to go ahead and start my own channel, but just trying to dig and find something that would be entertaining for you guys to watch, and also I would enjoy, that I could also involve a friend with. You might know Jared from Bruce's channel also, or Instagram at Sinflow Diesel. We decided that we're going to do just kind of a, not necessarily a cheap truck challenge, but just buy a couple beaters. We always had shit boxes and always had fun way back when with shit boxes and not having big money stuff that we're always dumping money into. So this is mine. I went ahead and bought an 88 Ford F-150. It's got the old 300 straight 6 tower of power, C6 automatic, which what I don't like about the C6 is it's only a 3-speed, which isn't bad. They are actually a really strong transmission, but that means this thing has like 308 gears. I haven't really got to drive the truck because it is a $300 truck and it does have issues. I'm gonna have to pull the tranny out and figure out where it's leaking coolant from. I'm hoping it's a freeze plug. Might be the block, who knows. But it's definitely worth every penny for a running and driving four-wheel drive truck for $300. Also, like I said, Jared, he's gonna go ahead and be on the channel with me in a couple of videos. He went ahead and bought a truck also, so stay tuned to the end of the video and you'll see what he got. What's going on, guys? I'm Halfway. I'll apologize about the noise in the background, the air pump. I walked out this morning and the old hoopty had a flat tire, and he doesn't like Fords. Gets it from his daddy. Yeah, dude, I feel the same way. I should have found a Chevy. But this is an 88 F-150 four-wheel drive. It's got the old 300 straight 6 tower of power. Let's see if I can't get the hood to open. Woo! Surprisingly, I picked this truck up for 300 bucks. It's rough. Excuse me a second, little buddy, but runs like a dream. Believe it or not, the AC even works in this thing, so it's a perfect woods truck to me. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull the transmission out of the truck. Freeze plug on the back of the block is blown out, and I mean, it absolutely dumps coolant. There's nothing under there right now, for the simple fact of there's no more coolant for it to piss out. Transmission's not completely out yet. I'm having issues with all the bolts on the crossmember are actually either stripped or just so rusted that they won't come out. I've tried in-packing them, PB blaster, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and grind them and cut them off, and that's gonna be a whole nother process, and then go get other bolts because I need to get it in and out. The only thing that's holding it is there's 2 bell housing bolts and the crossmember converter. Everything's done, so it's ready to go ahead and drop out of the truck. For that being said, she should be done by the end of this video. All right, as you see, no more transmission. Oh, I don't know if you guys ever pulled transmission out of one of these Fords with the 300, but I'm not gonna lie, this one fought every single step of the way. So the whole reason behind this was for the freeze plug, and I'm looking at it now. I'm gonna have to flip the camera around and show you, but it's definitely got a hole in it. All this work. 50 pounds of grease and mud all over the garage for that. I went ahead and did a sweet patch job on the freeze plug. The auto parts store only had one of the rubber ones that could go in there that you tighten up for it to seal. So I got a little wild, and my boy Giovanni, he convinced me to buy some high temp quick steel, some blue magic, I guess, extreme heat, so when I wrap this baby up to 500 degrees at the mud hole, she's gonna be right. So let's check out what I did. All right, so I put that I put the freeze plug repair in there. Didn't really necessarily clean up the back of the block like I should have, but I think it's gonna work. And we put that whole tube, well, half the tube of that quick steel stuff right on there. So in case she tries to back out, old girl ain't never gonna leak. Then that freeze plug, there wasn't nothing wrong with it, but I had a little bit of leftover, so I decided to get a little crazy and pack that bird in. I'd be surprised if this freeze plug starts leaking again, and if it does, I'm going to be pissed because I'm going to have to dig out all this quick steel. I'm over here at Total Transmission, my boy Giovanni and his dad's shop. As you see, the old shit beat forward. Got the tranny put back in it. He started it, pretty much did all of it all day today, or when he had time screwing with it. So it's all back together. I got a new pan gasket, new filter. He's gonna throw that in for me tomorrow while I'm at work. The dipstick broke off, and the bottom part of the tab of the dipstick fell down into the transmission, so the pan's got to come off. The transmission mounts, it packed its stuff and left. Like, it's gone, done. So hopefully tomorrow, I'll be driving this girl back to my house. You think he's gonna make it?
Oh yeah, why not?
He's gonna be the one driving.
You gotta drive fast enough, and then when it breaks down, you let it coast.
Because his shop's about, what'd you say, about 20-30 minutes from my house? Yeah, and the best way to do it is down the interstate. I drove this truck, oh sorry, not the car, the truck. I drove this up my road and back, and I know it goes into second gear, but that's the most I know. Just because there's no freeze plug in it, no coolant, and I wasn't trying to smoke the motor already. Give it a couple weekends, and I promise you I'm gonna send every rod out the bottom of it. So as you've seen in the video, we fixed the Ford. Might not necessarily be the right way, but like I said, it's a cheap truck. Who cares? We did a little bit of, I guess you could say, preventative maintenance by packing the putty and the freeze plug that there was nothing wrong with. But in my opinion, it works. I drove the truck around for a little bit, even beat on it. Tried to whip it shitty, and it was one tire fire, so we gonna have to fix that. But like I said, shout out to my boy Giovanni for us bringing the truck to his shop so we could service the transmission, get its stuff back in. I don't know if you guys have done it, but doing it with the floor jack on the ground, it sucks. Apologize a little bit of the lighting. It's probably all right. I'm actually standing in front of the Ford right now because it's starting to get dark outside, and I'm using the headlights, so you can't see the truck, but she's done, ready to rock. Four-wheel drive works, locks in flawlessly, both the hubs, transfer case, transmission shifts through all the gears. We actually drove the truck on an hour ride all the way back here to my dad's house in Zephyr Hills. So like I said in the beginning of the video, Jared went ahead and bought his truck, which is pretty sweet. He spent a little bit more money than me, but you get what you pay for. I gotta beat the shit Ford with a 300 straight six, and I mean, it runs and drives, so it'll work. But he went ahead and got a lifted Ram Charger, and it looks great. I'll go ahead and put the clip in when we brought the truck to the house.
Yeah, I know. 35s on the back, 30s on the front.
I was driving the truck so that way he could film it. That's why he's not necessarily in the part of the video of us driving it. So if you like that video, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, so that way you can see what all we're doing to the Ram Charger and everything else that we have on the channel. And definitely stay tuned when we take these things out to the woods and beat the balls off of them, because they're a cheap truck and we don't care about them whatsoever.